And here, ladies and gentlemen, I thought that we defeated fascism in World War II. Apparently not. What is net neutrality? Net neutrality is, in simple terms, open internet. Open internet simply means that we, the consumers, are allowed to use the services we want, go to the websites we want. The FCC adopted this open internet principle so that people could have the freedom of expression, that the internet could create a marketplace, could create jobs, promote competition, allow consumers and entrepreneurs the ability to have freedom of expression, and so on and so forth. Having net neutrality eliminated or disintegrated within the United States is a big thing, and that's currently what is trying to happen right now with larger corporations wanting to take away open internet. These larger corporations are attempting to eliminate and eradicate open internet, net neutrality, for their own beneficial satisfaction and money. But if these corporations can actually get this net neutrality passed, which I don't think they will, but if they did for some reason and our open internet no longer is happening in the US, this means that ISP providers, Comcast, Verizon, Time Warner, so on and so forth, can discriminate against what you use on the internet. In other words, let's say Comcast makes a video streaming service, and you have Comcast as your broadband internet provider, and they are your ISP, and net neutrality no longer is existent. That means that Comcast can block Netflix. Hey, we don't like Netflix. It's a competitor of ours because we're trying to launch our streaming service. So if you have our internet, we can block you from using Netflix, or we can charge you more money in order to use that specific website. So now corporations, these Verizon, Time Warner, can discriminate against what websites you go to, what services you use while you use their ISP, their internet service. This also means that they can discriminate against different small businesses or larger businesses by businesses that they don't like or other competitors by blocking them out completely, so you can have no access to it, that you can't see it, or you can't do anything regarding that competitor that they have. Having net neutrality eliminated will also allow these corporations, ISP providers, Comcast, Verizon, AT&T, to actually charge websites for faster delivery of content. So websites that, are not super fast to begin with will actually be literally eradicated off the internet because they have to pay more money to have faster speeds because of that service provider is making them pay more money in order for them to have a faster connection, which is ridiculous. This is like eliminating all small businesses or small websites that you may have running. Eliminating net neutrality is terrible for small businesses, and if this passed, eliminating net neutrality, if this passes, what this means is that ISP providers will have no reason not to favor partners of their website or their network or within their framework of corporations that they work together with. Do you use Netflix? As mentioned earlier, if you use Netflix, Netflix can be completely blocked out. Every website that you currently use, whether it's torrenting, whether it's the Pirate Bay, whether it's Hulu Plus, whether it's Netflix, whatever you use can be in jeopardy because of this net neutrality. If a corporation, internet ISP provider doesn't like what anything has to say or any content, this even goes for YouTube, my video right here. If this was applicable right now, if Comcast didn't like me saying, "Fuck you, Comcast," they could block any sort of access that you have to my video on YouTube. That's how serious this is. It completely eliminates and eradicates any form of freedom of expression on the internet with taking away open internet. And what's even more frustrating with this net neutrality that they're trying to get rid of is that the fact that ISP providers, yes, like Comcast, Verizon, they can make more money by doing this, by charging other websites, by charging you for a bigger plan. They can make more money without actually improving their internet speeds. I'm not sure if you're aware of this, but in the United States, we have some of the slowest internet with these companies like Comcast and Verizon that charge ridiculous amounts of money for data caps. Actually, because Verizon is behind this eliminating of net neutrality, Verizon, if you're watching this video, my phone service right here is, believe it or not, Verizon, which I'm going to change my phone service because I want nothing to do with your shitty company that charges me, get this, for unlimited texting, and I have a limited amount of minutes per month, and 1 gigabyte of data. 1 gigabyte of data for my Samsung and Galaxy S3. 1 gigabyte. I pay $105 a month. That is nearly, I pay almost $150 a month for my car insurance. And this is for a stupid phone with 1 gigabyte of data. In the United States, we have some of the slowest internet. We have these corporations that just want to leech and make you pay for every little ounce of whether it's streaming content, using websites, and by getting rid of net neutrality, they can censor everything that they don't want you to access to and charge you ridiculous amounts of money in order to use them and the websites themselves, the people hosting them. How much more obvious does it need to become that common people like you and me have not been truly informed public people? The rich take away the truths that they know will limit, if not destroy, any competition that might topple them. They stand only to lose if there is any hint of an egalitarian society. The true nature of capitalism is to dominate and destroy any sort of competition, and this is what this eliminating net neutrality can do and will do. But here's the thing that a lot of people are overlooking with this open internet net neutrality issue. Other countries are going to retaliate if the US providers cause disruption for other internet traffic in other parts of the world. Interfering with net neutrality will cause more than just a local disruption in the United States of America. Let's do a short history lesson on the internet. The ARPANET was the network that became the basis for the internet. Based on the concept first published in 1967, ARPANET was developed under the direction of the U.S. Advanced Research Project Agency, also known as the ARPA. In the 1980s, ARPANET was handed over to a separate new military network, the Defense Data Network, and the NSFNet, a network of scientific and academic computers funded by the National Science Foundation. In 1995, the NSFNet in turn began a phased withdrawal to turn the backbone of the internet called VBNS over to a consortium of commercial backbone providers, known as PSNINet, UUNet, ANS/AOL, Sprint, MCI, and Aegis Net 99. The reason I'm telling you this information is because the internet was created by public funds and should remain public. What I'm trying to say in this video is that we, the taxpayers, built the internet. We made the internet. And here we have the large, big corporations stealing what we taxpayers made and created. That's justice, ladies and gentlemen. We, the taxpayers, built it, and now the large corporations steal it.